Stay off range when he doesn't want to punch. When he's ready to punch, move in. See, that's what you do against a man like Joe Frazier. Back off him and just keep boxing. There's nowhere in the world for a man without footwork to catch me. Even the welterweights, keep your camera moving because I'm kind of fast. Keep your camera moving. Our lightweights aren't this fast. Plus, I'm talking to him. I'm making him frustrated. Come on, champ. You're not a champion. Look at you, you've already lost 3 rounds. Come on now. I've hit you 4 times already. Keep sticking. Keep dancing and sticking. Sidestepping, bouncing off the ropes, dancing and sticking. Beat them all with life. Time is going by, 7 rounds. I won't even be tired in 7 rounds. Time out. Bring him home. Get my legs ready, I'll be dancing all night. The stage is set for me to be ranked as the greatest of all time. They said I couldn't do it. At one time, they said I was too far gone. They said, he's fat. Look at me now. Don't tell me that isn't a perfect specimen of a man. Look at that body, slim, trim, and on my toes. Oh, I'm on my toes now. Beautiful, beautiful. What are we going to do? Float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. Oh, are you still as fast as you used to be? Am I as fast as I was? Man, I'm so fast. Last night I turned off the light in my bedroom, hit the switch, and was in bed before the room got dark. See, it was just a grimy, hardworking place. What you needed to be in the gym was talent. To be there, ambition to become somebody, the will to pay the price, to work hard as hell, and the desire to learn from champions. Because when you go there, you go with the champions. If somebody said, round 1, we need a middleweight, he wanted to be a fighter. Just walking into the gym, he would light it up. He was that kind of young man. How do you feel today? Pretty good. How are you doing? I hear you met Don Juan today. How was it? He wasn't too friendly. What do you have to say about that? He didn't even shake my hand. What are you going to do about that? I used to talk easily and say, I am the greatest contender for the title. Now I am here, and everybody else is trying to take my title, like this fellow named Henry Cooper in London. All these fighters are trying to take my title now. It's no longer fun getting up early every morning to run and train every day. It's becoming a grind, a job. But it pays off if you stay in condition and stick with it. I have so much on my mind as you've been reading little problems like alimony, matrimony, divorce, and draft board issues. It hasn't really brought me down, but it takes time to forget about it. So he works out his frustration. For him, perhaps the punching bag symbolizes all those who seem to conspire against him. Those who demand taxes and alimony, the public who sneer at his Muslim faith, and the draft board that wants to send him to Vietnam. The big question remains, can this man shake off 3.5 years of inactivity? He knows he will be going against a relentless 3-minute punching machine, the champion, Joe Frazier. That's 3. Put him down. All right, so I'm in office now. I'm the heavyweight champion of the world, and I don't have to talk anymore or say I'm the greatest, because people are telling me I'm the greatest. How long do you expect to stay heavyweight champion? Well, I'll say this. I truly believe, and this is not campaign talk, this is real. I don't believe the man who can beat me has even been born yet. I'll be champion. I can stay in the ring 10 more years, easily. Stick and move, keep dancing and sticking. Sidestep, bounce him off the ropes, dance around him, and keep sticking. Beat him all night. Time is going by, 7 rounds. You won't be so tough after 7 rounds. Right, time out. Bring him home. Get my legs ready, I'll be dancing all night. The fastest heavyweight of all time. The stage is set for me to be ranked as the greatest of all time. There's no way, they have no excuses after this. I've got them cornered. I've got the whole world cornered. There are no excuses. This is the hardest hitter since Sonny Liston. They say this man is greater than Joe Louis. I've been reading what you've been saying. Just because a man is strong doesn't make him unbeatable. Now, they say I should have waited 3 more years, right? Maybe in 3 years I might slow down a little. But don't you believe that brainwash talk? You've been watching me train, you've seen me dance. I look better than I did 10 years ago, right? Don't talk that stuff about my legs being gone. I wanted to train 20 rounds today, they wouldn't even let me. That's right. They said I couldn't do it. At one time, I was 240 pounds. They said, he's fat. Look at me now. Don't tell me that isn't a perfect specimen of a man. Look at that body, slim, trim, and on my toes. Oh, I'm on my toes now. You see this man? They build him up like he's some giant. They say George Foreman is this big, powerful monster. But he's small compared to me. I'm just as big as George, bigger, faster. My reach is longer, my fists are stronger. All this crazy talk. People losing money because they believe the hype about how big George Foreman is, how terrible he is, how I should be scared for my life. That man is nothing. He can't even fight properly. Wait until he gets in the ring with me. He fights sloppy, slow, no rhythm. He tries to dance. Let him go, let him go. I had to trick him into this fight. I had to make the world think my legs were gone. Then they signed the fight. They said, if he was the old Muhammad Ali, he'd beat him, jab him silly and dance all night. But he can't dance anymore. In my previous fights, they saw me standing in the corner, but I did that on purpose. Man, can you still dance? Can I dance? Is the Pope Catholic? Are you ready? Yes, ready to get him. What are we going to do? Float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. I am the champion. They'll have no doubt after this fight. They'll call me the greatest of all time. I'll play with George Foreman just like I'm doing my sparring partners. It's no different. I will be called the greatest of all time, the greatest of all time. That's what they say. Muhammad Ali is washed up. It's all over. Knockdown, 4 times. Can Ali get up? I see him. I see he's tired. His lip has been split open. Muhammad Ali is finished. He's finally met his match. George Foreman is the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. You see that? You see that? I just gave you a picture of what my critics expect. But that was just a treat, for those who will never see it happen. Tell my fans, tell them to cheer up. I was only joking. That will never happen. That's impossible. Man, Joe Frazier was puffy, so puffy both his eyes were almost closed. I beat him badly. I'll bruise up George Foreman too. If I don't knock him out, I'll cut him all around his face. He'll have nicks and cuts everywhere. I'm so sharp, when I'm finished, it'll look like I used a razor blade. I'm so bad. You know what I did last week? I went out into the jungle and wrestled with an alligator. I tussled with a whale. I handcuffed lightning and threw thunder in jail. I'm bad. You know what else I did? Last week, I murdered a rock, injured a stone, and hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean, I make medicine sick. I'm fast. Do you know how fast I am? I'm so fast. Last week I turned off the light in my bedroom, hit the switch, and was in bed before the room got dark. Ladies and gentlemen, the heavyweight champion of the world, Muhammad Ali. Come, bring him in. All hell is about to break loose. You remember me from when you were a kid? You used to hear about me. I'm still here. You've been working hard. I'm ready. You're ready? I'm ready to get my crown back. Interpreter, tell everybody this. This is one fight that won't be overlooked. In my business, you can't afford that. He's real. He's a real man. Do you have any predictions, Mr. Ambassador? Well, I've made a prediction repeatedly. A black American will win this fight. You're sure about that? I am sure of that. So you don't favor either fighter? I represent the United States, and I can't have favorites among 2 of our citizens. Well, Muhammad Ali is someone who has criticized the United States quite a lot. What do you think of his position? I've also heard him say some very fine things about the United States. And there are times, I suppose, when we all have a few things to criticize. We've got a young lad here standing up on his seat. I hope we can pick him up. All right, on the left-hand side. There he is. Sir Muhammad Ali, I'd like to know, what are you going to do when you retire from boxing? Applause? I think he's probably taking the last count at the moment. I'll do my best to wake him up. Sleep, that's all I'm going to do. That's all he wants to do when he retires. No, when I retire from boxing, I really don't know. But I want to say something right here. This might make you all think. Life is not really long. Let's say the average person is 30 years old. If you're 30, you're not really 30, you're only about 7 years old. How can I prove it? Add up all the 7 to 8 hours you've slept every night for 30 years. Think about last night. When you went to bed and woke up this morning, you don't remember a thing. You were unconscious. By the time you're 30, you've spent about 8 years sleeping. Now, how much traveling have you done? From home to work, to school, to different cities and countries, you've probably spent about 2 years of your life just traveling. That's 8 years sleeping and 2 years traveling. 10 years already gone. Now think about school. In America, we go from 1st grade to 12th grade, about 6 hours a day for 12 years. Break that down, you've spent around 3 full years sitting in a classroom. So now we have 8 years sleeping, 2 years traveling, 3 years in school. That's 13 years already. Now think about entertainment, movies, wrestling matches, baseball games, theater, and other activities. You've probably spent another 2 years on entertainment. That's 15 years gone. By the time a man grows up, has children, and provides for his family, he's pushing 60 years old. So life is really short. When you add up all your sleeping, traveling, school, and entertainment, you've probably spent half your life doing nothing productive. Now look at me. I'm 35 years old. In 30 more years, I'll be 65. And at 65, you don't have much influence left. You can't do much. Your wife will tell you that. So what I'm saying is, when you're 65, there's not much left to do. Did you know I'll be 65 in 30 years? Out of those 30 years, I'll spend about 9 years sleeping, about 4 years traveling, about 3 years on entertainment. So I don't really have 30 full years of life, I have much less. That's why life is short, and you have to use your time wisely. I have about 16 years to be productive. So the question is, what am I going to do in those next 16 years? What's the best thing I can do? Get ready to meet God. Owning real estate, going into business, or even teaching boxers, that won't get me to heaven. Let me ask you something. How many of you believe there's a supreme being? How many believe there's a God? How many believe there's some power that created the sun, the moon, and the stars? How many believe all of this didn't just appear, that someone wiser than us made it? And how many believe there is no God? All right, those of you who don't believe in God. If I told you this glass just came into existence on its own, that no one made it, would you believe me? No, you wouldn't. If I told you this television station just appeared by itself, that no one built it, you'd say, Muhammad Ali is crazy. Right? If this glass can't make itself, if your clothes didn't make themselves, if this building didn't create itself, then how did the moon get there? How did the stars, Jupiter, Neptune, Mars, and the sun come into existence? How did nature come here? There has to be a creator. There has to be something that planned all of this. So what I'm saying is, I believe we are going to be judged. Should a man like Adolf Hitler kill millions of Jews and just get away with it? Somebody has to punish him. Maybe he didn't get punished in this life, but he will when he dies, for eternity. That's why, when I leave boxing, I want to prepare myself to meet God. Because anything can happen. A plane can crash. Don't planes crash sometimes? Don't people die every day? It's a frightening thought, to imagine going to hell and burning forever. So what am I going to do? The reason I'm taking time to explain this is because you asked me a serious question. I can't just give you a quick answer. When I'm finished with boxing, I'm going to do everything I can to help people. That's why I'm here with Johnny Walker. Here's a man who came all the way to America, trying to help some young boys who need support, and someone called me to help them. God is watching me. God doesn't praise me because I beat Joe Frazier. God doesn't care about Joe Frazier, or about England, or America, or wealth. It all belongs to him anyway. What matters is this: how do we treat each other? How do we help each other? So I'm going to dedicate my life to using my name and my popularity to help charities, to help people, to bring people together. Because people are fighting and hating each other over religious beliefs, and the world needs someone to bring unity, to help bring peace. So when I die, if there is a heaven, I want to see it. How long do we really live? About 80 years. The odds are that everyone in this room, Some of you will be gone in 20 years, some in 30, some in 50, and some in 60 or 70. We are all going to die soon. Even if we live to be 125 years, which we usually don't, or even 250 years, eventually it would come to an end. So in reality, we only have about 80 years on this earth. This life is a test to determine where we will spend eternity, heaven or hell. This is not the real life. Your real self is inside you. Your body grows old, your teeth fall out, your hair fades, and your body becomes weak, but your soul and spirit never die. They will live forever. Your body is just a house for your soul and spirit. So God is testing us, how we treat each other, how we live, to determine where our real home will be. Because this physical world doesn't last. My car, this building, they will still be here long after the people who built them are gone. There have been many kings and queens of England. They are all gone. When one dies, another takes their place. We don't stay here. We are just trustees. We don't own anything. You don't even own your family. Your children are not truly yours. Your wife is not yours. If you think I'm lying, die and come back a year later. Go into your bedroom and see if your wife is alone. You don't own your wife. You don't own anything. I divorced my wife, and my 4 children now call another man father. They don't see me anymore. You don't own your children. You don't own your family. So what am I saying? The most important thing in life is what happens after you die. Are you going to heaven or hell? Because that is eternity. How long is eternity? Imagine the Sahara Desert, endless sand. Now imagine that one grain of sand represents 1,000 years. If, after dying, you were told to wait 1,000 years and then pick up one grain of sand, then wait another 1,000 years to pick up the next, and continue this process until the entire desert is empty, that is eternity. Even America is only about 200 years old. We haven't even reached a single grain yet in that comparison. That thought scares me. It scares me to think that I could die one day, on a plane while traveling, and then face judgment. Because God is going to judge me. Not by fame or success, but by my actions. Did I harm people? Did I steal? Did I live right? That's what truly matters in the end. The authorities might not catch me. The FBI or Scotland Yard might not catch me. But when I die, somebody is watching me, keeping count, and I won't be able to escape. I could burn forever and ever, or I could go to heaven. So what am I going to do when I'm finished fighting? I only have about 16 years to be truly productive. I'm going to use that time to prepare myself to meet God, and to reach the best place in the end. Doesn't that make sense? Thank you.